This is my daily update for my build and public log. I had a couple of complaints, which I think, let me just show you. It's really crazy looking. I did this all intentionally. Like that's just kind of the design I went for. And a couple of people complained, but one person emailed me and said, uh, that doesn't work for colorblind people. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, fine. And then uh this is kind of funny. My mom complained. So of course, oh, sure, Stephen, I'll subscribe to your newsletter. And mom of course is there to support me. So she signs up. And then she complains and says, I can't read the text. It burns my eyes. I went with this because I kind of wanted it to be painful. I kind of don't want you to um lurk in the email. Like it's just kind of a little blurb. Just click the button. By the way, this is really cool. I highly recommend checking out today's. I highly recommend checking out today's link. It's pretty cool. The intention is not really for you to be lurking in the emails. Like go click the link and get out. But then if there's a sponsorship here, obviously I want them to look at it. So anyways, I was like, fine, let me redesign the damn thing because I was already working on the next version of the email. Anyways, I'm working on the new template here and had AI help me do how do I make it accessible? Like, because yeah, fine, like accessibility. Can you even do accessibility in emails? Turns out you can. I actually didn't know about that because I never really gave that too much thought. My thinking, here's my dilemma with my email newsletter. There's so many random URLs, crazy shit across the internet. A lot of stuff is not going to be optimized for people with visual impairment and stuff. It's going to be like crazy weird art experiments, little weird funny art things, random crappy websites. It's going to be a lot of weird stuff. So a lot of it's not going to be optimized for people with disabilities. So I don't know. It's like, does it matter? I was like, fine, let me change it, make it better because I do eventually want sponsorship, and a sponsor may not sponsor it if it looks too fucking crazy. People won't be able to read that. Anyways, I was already in here working on this. I was like, fine, let me update the damn colors. But I was like, yeah, so it begins. I'm working on this, and I got this working. This is actually pretty cool. So I want people to share the newsletter. Here is the dilemma. I did this before in my last newsletter, but the problem I had is all of these, after a while, all these bots start subscribing to your newsletter. It's like, what are the bots doing with the content? Who the fuck knows? There's like aggregators, there's things to watch, like so many weird bots that subscribe to newsletters and read the HTML, consume it, and do something. And one of the things that a lot of these bots do is they will click every single link. So I did this before. I had like share buttons, and I tried to track, okay, how many people are sharing, who's sharing where. It was impossible because the bots would hit every single button in the share, fire off, use some of your compute, because I had to do some stuff on the back end, kill the analytics, and it was really, really frustrating. So I was like, this time I need to fix this. Like I need to do this right. So what I came up with is uh, a sneaky little trick. So how did I do this? When you click that button, it hits an API endpoint, which redirects to the actual share. So like, all platforms like Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, like LinkedIn even, they all have a special URL to share. Like this is x.com/intent post. All of them have like this like share URL where you pass a URL to it, and then it, puts it in the box, pre-fills. Same with an email, SMS, so on and so on. That those are well-known URLs. Like the it's not hard to do this, but like how can I intercept before it goes there and check that they're not a bot? So the way I did it was it goes through Cloudflare, and I set up a rule in Cloudflare to when it's that URL like API/share, it only like actually goes through if you're not a bot. Like if it suspects you're a bot, you get to click the little thing, I'm not a bot. And then finally it continues on. And on the back end, it does a check to see like is and I'm really, really hoping now I could get analytics. So the idea is obviously, call the analytics and have better visibility on that. So this is a problem I ran into. I don't see I see like no newsletters having share buttons. It's actually fascinating to me, and I'm almost wondering if I've stumbled upon a little micro SaaS because I think it's crazy that that people are doing this more. You can grow your damn newsletter like a lot. A lot of my growth from my previous one came from doing this, from people sharing and organic growth. So it boggles my mind. People like there's a reason why you see the damn share button on everything on the internet. It's because that works. That actually has worked. Like things can go viral, things get shared. There's organic growth. So I'm wondering if I like am onto an idea here where maybe and there has been a lot of like SaaS businesses where you have this little share widget and you can embed it. Maybe I need to make that for email and have all these sneaky little tricks to block those goddamn bots because they kill the analytics. You don't know who's tracking what. There's a lot of money, surprisingly, in there was an old service. It's still around. It's called Bitly. It's like the URL shortener because you'd put a URL shortener, and then that person who made the link can get all sorts of stats and see like who a lot of great analytics. There's a new version of that that's quite popular nowadays. I mean, there's money in this shit. So I'm really wondering if this is like an business idea. I don't know. What do you think? I think it's quite cool. I'm just doing this for myself. But I was like, why don't other newsletters do this? I don't ever see this. And you might be wondering, like, what the hell do you actually share? Okay, so but I'll give it some thought because I want to try to focus. So, what else am I working on? Agent codes here, my AI agents. I've just not done anything to this in quite a while. A lot of stuff is broken. Um, there's a bunch of things I need to fix and get working again. I need to point to new models. I have neglected it because no one's using it. I'm trying to validate. I'm trying to figure out how and how to sell this and who to sell this to. So my hypothesis, and I talked about this before, is there's all of these people doing automation out there. Like now it's really popular to have an AI automation agency. Okay, they hustle and they go get deals and they figure out what to automate at businesses. Ironically enough, most of what people are finding and automating, you could have done this for the last 10 years using tools like N8N. You do not need even AI for a lot of things to automate. And so people are quickly discovering like you don't even need LLMs. Like you, or maybe you just one little piece, but just regular old integration and automation and gluing things together works really well. My thinking is there's this cottage industry that has popped up where there's like a supply chain now. You have like the model providers, so Anthropic, you have like Google, you have OpenAI that like it's almost becoming commoditized. You have this API where hey, call the LLM. You have things like N8N who are building all this tooling that there's like they charge for a cloud instance. There are agencies now, so there's a whole supply chain growing around automating everything. My belief is that my hypothesis is that these automation engineers, or let's just say you're a freelance. I've talked to people who are doing this. They're just a single solo person, and they're getting all these clients, and they're automating all these things. They need to just go in and deal with the customers, get the customers, quickly solve problems, unlock value for those companies. Their job is not to maintain agents, to fix errors, to iteratively make them better, add features, switch, try out new models, run evals, like spin them up, manage them. They need help with that. Yes, there's a lot of things that people are doing in N8N. They're making agents and trying to build infrastructure to make flexible agents. They can only do so much. Sometimes you need real code. It's my hypothesis, my theory that freelancers they need very high quality precision AI agents that, that just work, that are always getting better. There's errors, there's a lot of retrying, there's a lot of thought and a lot of work to make the agent work really well, do that one task really well. That's my hypothesis. So I've just stopped working because I want to why keep building shit nobody wants? Like I'll never be successful. So what I'm starting to do is go find people who are doing this stuff, talk to them, figure it out. Is this something somebody needs? Do they need it so bad they pay for it? I don't want to continue working on this, and I haven't until I figure that out and I know exactly who I'm building for. And what am I building? Like, because this is all over the place. So I want these to all be agents that these agencies need to drop in a lot of different projects, and they just call it when they need, and they pay a small they pay a small fee, maybe like $50 a month or something in credits, and boom, that little thing is taken care of. They don't need to reinvent the wheel. It always gets better. It always points at the new models. The quality keeps going up. It doesn't fail mysteriously. Somebody's on it. That's somebody's job. I have my first customer discovery call later today, so I'm gonna get on a call with somebody and try to keep having these conversations in the coming weeks. Figure out, am I right? Maybe I'm wrong, and every little thing is bespoke and custom, and no one needs that. Maybe no one fucking needs that. But this tells me that there is a demand for agents. This tells me there's a huge demand for agents, and these agents fucking suck, by the way. Go use them if you don't believe me. I am convinced that there's a need for agents. I am convinced that there is a need for high precision, high quality agents. But for who? What agents? What do I build? I don't know. No one's telling me. I'm at my ends. Like I just want a business. I just want to do this. No one's. I need to start getting these goddamn answers. I can't find people to give me these answers, so I'm just gonna start cold emailing, messaging, getting people on calls, and just keep hammering away until I have these answers. Stay tuned. More to come on that. But I do want to just go and fix all the various stuff that I broke. I do want to get this demo ready. So if I do get on a call and somebody's like, "Hey, show me, show me an agent working right now," I think I'll just get it working again because I broke some stuff and it's like half working. I think I'll do that. Keep doing the calls and go from there. So that's the plan. So what do you think? I would love to hear your feedback. And next week I start a new freelance gig because I need money because I'm not doing the entrepreneur thing. I'm not making money. I don't have customers. I'm not building shit people want. So I have no choice. I keep getting sucked back into that. Then I don't work on the business very much. I'm in this vicious cycle. So I'm only gonna do like a week, maybe like 10-day kind of project. So not a big one, just to get a little bit of cash in to keep going. Because I spent a lot of money the last month, this month. I went on vacation and I need to just refill the savings account a bit. So I don't want to detour too much, but I want to keep those calls going because it's vital that I figure out what the hell people need. So I can just go build it and make some damn money. Okay, on to the questions and comments or hate mail. There's not too much hate mail, which is nice. This is really great. Congrats on the launch and thank you very much. If you haven't watched this video, if you haven't seen that, go check it out. It's pretty funny. It's called Unfuck Email. There's a cute little wizard. He's cool. This thing really works. It's free. It's open source. There's no apps. It takes 1 minute. It actually legit works. There's stars on the GitHub project. Yeah, thank you so much. So on to my random story for today. I'm putting content on YouTube, but I watch a lot of YouTube, and I don't watch Netflix. I watch a few movies, maybe like a couple movies a week, but that's it. No TV shows. I'm not like sitting there watching like regular old school TV. I'm on YouTube like most people. I don't use TikTok. I don't use social media very often. So YouTube's pretty popular. YouTube's the new TV. But I'm trying to stop watching so much YouTube, and I want to like slowly get into the habit of reading books instead. And I have a goal of reading one book every 2 weeks. That's a lot of reading. That I just finished a book, and I was actually I had a bunch of discussions about this week. The book is It's called "The Singularity is Near" from Ray Kurzweil, I think is how you say his name. He is a super famous old dude who's worked on computers way before anybody, like from the 70s or 60s or 70s. He's predicted a lot of stuff that actually has come true. That's how he's famous. He works at Google. He has written all these books. He wrote a book, The Singularity is Near, like 20 years ago, and this is like his follow up. It's pretty recent. He was talking about like bleeding edge stuff right up to like 2024, so like last year, pretty fairly recent. Uh, he squeezed in stuff like this is happening right because there's a lot. AI was moving fast at that time, and he managed to cover what's still happening right now. I read this book and I was talking to people about it. It's pretty fucking out there. This is pretty. I have so many critiques of this, but he talks about basically it, like we're gonna have super smart AI, like really intelligent AI at least in 2 or 3 years. That it's going to be smarter than any human. So think ChatGPT, but like really, really crazy smart version. That we're going to make all these breakthroughs in the next 3 years. It's going to happen, and then you could just spin up that super smart AI like an Einstein a million times and have it work on all these problems, and we're just going to start cranking out, discoveries like in biotech, biology, math, physics, every field that's just gonna boom, 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 knock out. Like if you've ever vibe coded or you've ever used AI to build software, it's kind of like you just go thing after thing after thing, bug after bug, feature after feature, and you just have it hammer out work. And if you do that for like a month, you built the product, assuming you kind of know what you're doing. He basically thinks that AI will do that for like scientific discovery problems we have, like math, blah blah blah. You get the idea. And what will happen is we'll rapidly advance so fast that he thinks we'll have nanotechnology in 15 years. 15 years. He thinks we will have nanotechnology like in our brain, so you'll like consume a pill or something. You'll just have it be put inside of you. You'll have these nanobots in your brain that will connect you to a computer, and boom, voila, you have a singularity, and suddenly humans are like, 100 times smarter. We have all this memory, and we're enhanced digitally. This is pretty far fucking out there. Like 15 years from now, I, there's so many critiques. So I was talking to somebody last night about this. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I think that'll happen one day, but I don't, yeah, we're all pretty skeptical about his insane timeline. 15 years from now is pretty fucking wild. What if he's half right? Okay, let's say we know the nanobots in your brain and suddenly you're wired up to a computer in 15 years. But what if he's even half right? What if we do have really smart AI and boom, 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 we are chipping away like exponential progress on going to like a post scarcity world. I was like, should we even care about retirement? Should we just be like YOLO about our money and whatever? We just need to skate by for the next 10 years until like, we live like in a post scarcity world. Are we, if we really do, he claims, you'll escape, um, longevity. Like there's an escape velocity. Like the idea is like, if you're alive in 5 years, uh, we'll first start to slow down aging, and then eventually like we'll reverse it. You won't age, you won't die of natural causes anymore if you're alive in 5 years. I'm like, should we care about retirement? Should we care about, you know should we wreck our bodies because hey, we'll have the technology soon to fix it? I mean, what does this mean? Like if we're all not going to have jobs and we're going to be like living on government money or something like this in 10 years, not even. I mean, his timelines are pretty fucking wild. It's like 10 years, yeah, post scarcity world. 10 years? I don't think so. I'm highly skeptical of this timeline. I think we'll get there, and something will happen when that happens, when we get there. Yeah, so I was like, what do we do? How do we plan our jobs and our life if this is even half true? Because he's been right about a lot of shit. Like this dude is this he's famous because he has like 30 years. Now is he 100% right? Absolutely not. But he's more right than any other futurist and kind of person predicting the future has been, and for a really long time. So I don't know. I don't know. What do you all think? I'm not going to stop making plans for like retirement and a career, and I don't know. I'm not holding my breath. I am convinced AI will get better. I am convinced we are 3 to 4 uh, major innovations or breakthroughs from really getting to what he says. I don't know. I'm not super convinced it's going to happen in 2 to 3 years. I think it might be 5 years. I think in 5 years we'll have slowly these breakthroughs, and then we're gonna have a really smart. I mean, like Einstein, it can learn and quickly learn and do things on its own, like kind of scary Terminator Skynet shit. I think we'll have that by the 30s. I don't think we'll have that in 2 years, like he says, but that's my prediction. What do you all think? But anyways, pretty wild book. I just think he's too optimistic and blinded by a lot of shit that could slow this down or delay progress. I mean, who knows? Like the world, there's the thing called black swan events. He doesn't take. I don't know. I have so many critiques of this book, but for him to write this in 20 years ago, this was real wild shit. Now it's kind of not so unrealistic now, which is interesting. All right, that's all I got for today. I'll see you maybe tomorrow.